But this is to tell the audience and to capacity build and tell the audience that, this is where India is and we are up there in the game and we want to spread tattoo and, make it known to everybody that it's good, it's here. So, modern contemporary tattoo, showcasing our work along with traditional, tattooing going back as tradition. Thank you more for that work. Some of the artists that will be coming in here. We booked a few artists who have already committed and are coming down. So we want to share some of them with you all as just to give you all a feel of what's going to happen here. And obviously everybody else here is going to be there. This is a Japanese artist, and even before the Yakuza started tattooing, there was an art called Jamon art in tattooing in Japan, and he's reviving it, and he's tattooing it here, and he's coming to exhibit his work, Takusan. So it's about a lot of revival, a lot of going back to our roots, and also existing as modern contemporary artists. Some of the artists that we'll be just showcasing that are there, we've got our brothers from the hood here, from the digital graffiti, they are kicking it out here. So we're going to have that community also come in and showcase digital, the subculture, countercultures of what India is all about. Some of the acts that we've chosen, we are programming are all from across indigenous world music acts. So we plan to bring in a lot of music to it. These are great artists. Some of the performing arts pieces that we will do. Some knowledge sharing that will happen. So the first day is going to be all about knowledge sharing and for tattoo community and for artists to share knowledge with everybody. Some music workshops, some jewelry and carving workshops is what we bring about in the curation. And yes, Shubham just brought up a beautiful idea saying that let's involve the bar community and have a real nice bar experience. So that anybody who wants to have a drink, go to the bar and get an experience there. So everything is storytelling, is what we want to do here. And ये सारे आपके परिवार है, ये सारे आपके फैमिली है, कहीं पे भी इंडिया में हो जाओगे।
मैं बता नहीं सकती कि मैं इतना खुश हूँ। मेरे नाम मंगला बाई मरावी है, मैं ग्राम लालपुर जिला डिंडौरी मध्य प्रदेश से आई हूँ और मेरी मम्मी का नाम श्रीमती शांति बाई मरावी है और मेरे पापा का नाम श्री जमर सिंह मरावी है। और मैं यहाँ आके इतनी खुश हूँ कि मैं बता नहीं सकती, क्योंकि ये मेरा जो पारंपरिक है बैगा जाति का गुडना वो अब लुप्त हो रही है। इसको किसी भी तरह से मेरे को बचाना है, इसलिए से मैं बहुत से ऐसे लोग हैं जिनको सिखा रही हूँ, क्योंकि अपने जाति के जो हैं अभी की पीढ़ी के लोग को नहीं करते हैं। केवल मैं ही रह गई हूँ ये गुडना बैगा जाति के करने वाले और कोई कर नहीं रहे हैं। इसलिए से मैं इसको बचाने के लिए बहुत सारे ऐसे जगहों में बुलवाते हैं सरकार द्वारा, तो वहाँ जाके मैं इनको सिखाती भी हूँ और पेंटिंग भी बनाना और गुडना भी बनाना। जैसे कि अभी ये अमित भाई आए हुए हैं, ये भी काफी गुडना करते हैं।
And Pramod, would you want to say something?
Which means a clan, a community, and a tribe. So we are all a modern tribe, we are all a modern clan, and that's where Kula comes from. So it's for everybody, and everybody is going to be a part of it. The dates are 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th of Jan. It's 4 days, with the first day being dedicated to the tattoo community, and that's where we share knowledge, and the next 3 days are open to the audience. So you get your booths on the 12th, you can set it all up, and then you've got 3 days of tattooing happening. So thank you everybody once again for coming here, and now Mr. Adhikari is going to give us a lot of alcohol and a lot of food to party. He told me that I don't do this, he will not give me anything. No, but thank you sir. Thank you. So हम टैटू कल्चर काफ़ी सालों से हम I think we've been with tattoo culture for a very long time, and something like this is more on an education to educate our audience that tattoo is safe, tattoo is healthy, tattoo is hygiene, and it's absolutely safe to get tattooing done. So I think a project like this is more to announce, Sam. A project like this is more to announce and teach the audience that this is a culture that can be accepted. It was accepted traditionally in the early days, and now in the modern world we should accept tattoos, and tattoos should be accepted everywhere. You shouldn't be judged. You shouldn't be judged by your tattoos, but it's a form of art, and this art has been practiced in traditional style and now in modern contemporary style. So that's one of the main reasons that we are doing this is to make our community known and make the audience known. It's also about gathering of communities together and showcasing our traditions and our culture. And tattooing has been a culture for a very long time in India, and that's what we want to say, that come experience this culture and be a part of this culture. So, to start with, the Kula being the name, is about, it comes from the Sanskrit word called Kul. And Kul means community, it means clan, it means tribe. And we are a modern tribe, all of us. We've existed from millions of years back, and that's what they did then. And this is what, as a modern tribe, is what we are doing. But it's the same practice that's going on, tattooing. It's just more evolved and come. And we want Kula, what we made Kula worldwide. So we want to take this project out from India everywhere else, and not bring like what's happening around the world into India, but take what's happening in India, take it around the world, and say, hey, this is our tradition, this is our culture, and we are here to present it to you as Kula worldwide. So yeah, it's not only Kula, but it's Kula worldwide that we want to go with it.
Is this for the first time we are organizing this, or because it already organized previous year also? And if it already organized previous year, what difference?
So, like I said when I was talking earlier, that we've done conventions in the past. We've brought artists together. We've brought, artists from across the globe. But it's never happened the way this one is going to be happening, because this involves not only tattoo artists, but artists from every walk of life. We are talking about indigenous artists who are the roots of where this art form evolved from. So we are trying to bring in those people who are trying to revive this art form in some way or the other, with facing a lot of hardships, with facing a lot of problems, like Mangala Ben also described, that it's a dying form. But what we are trying to do is we're trying to revive it and giving them a platform to come and showcase what this art form was and what it is right now. So that's how this event is going to be different. That's how Kula is going to be different from the ones that have happened in the past. We've never really tapped in, or never really thought about it in the past with the past events. But with this event, we want to bring that change, where not only tattooing, but how did it all start needs to be showcased. That's how it is.
How many artists you are expecting?
So we are expecting anything between, say, 150 artists, 100 to 150 artists. Yes, globally, yes.
That's why we've called it a global gathering. Yeah. And the tagline for this is like, get ready, we're returning to where it all started. So it's about getting ready, and we're returning to where it all started and giving them respect, and also seeing how we can coexist. Like Sam would want to use that art form in some way in his
collaborating by using each other's work and giving each other the credit that we all deserve, and coming up with something that is more than beautiful, in a way, picturestic way, where we probably would have never imagined it to be. So that's what this art form is. This platform is trying to do.
When we talk about other, like we are getting from worldwide, right?
Yes.
Other artists also. And what response we are getting from the other countries when we are?
Oh, the response has been super great. He's always brought the best artists who in terms of art were the best, and educated India with that. And Sam can say a few of the names that he's curated and he's brought down, and I'm sure he's got a plan. He's got a plan for this as well.
So, we as a team, to be very honest, I would say, Andre and myself, we've traveled so much extensively, that we have met and we've come across so many friends, so many people who practice tattooing on a completely different level. As in, the exposure, not just for us, has been eye-opening. It's been a roller coaster ride where we probably never imagined that art form could be in this manner, could be practiced in this way. Like, we've got friends from New Zealand who probably go into the forest, they do rituals, and then they come back and then they start tattooing and do. Then we've met people from Philippines, from the Southeast Asian community, where every tattoo is done after a ritual that is done. They do their prayers, they do their offerings, and then they start doing the tattoo. So it's not only tattooing that these people are doing; they're doing so much more than that. It's a revival. It's an eye-opening experience which I feel everybody in our community should experience. Because till date, all that we've experienced and we've been exposed to is you lift the machine, you pick up the machine, you start tattooing, the client is done, you go back home. But now, this is the kind of exposure that we want people to know and see, that this is how serious an art form can be for someone. And we want you to bring that seriousness into your practices. That's what we are trying to do.
We definitely want to represent India globally.
Absolutely.
So, we want to say like, hey, India's here, and this is our culture, this is our tattoos, and we represent India on a global platform.
Something new planning this year?
Everything is very new. We kind of put everything aside from what happened in the pandemic. We put our thoughts aside of how we were doing things in the pandemic, and we've now aligned ourselves to a post-pandemic world. And that's what it's about coexisting as a post-pandemic world. And we want communities to come together to coexist. Pre-pandemic, we all lived and did our own things in our own communities, but I think it's evident that we coexist and help each other. So it's a fresh, new thought, but as I said, going back to our roots and bringing more communities together.
Trust me, I'm sorry, but my last word of my input would be, trust me, we both are equally scared as much as
we are happy to do this.
As much as we are happy to do it and we want to do it for the community, we are also, we have cold feet sometimes and wonder that whether we should do it or not, whether it will work. But we really hope and we pray that it should work and it will work. It will. So, thanks about it. Thanks.
Thank you.
India's largest private sector exhibition center, and we do a lot of events here across all through the year, but we have never really gone into events which are so-called in B2C in nature. So we are hoping that this will help to grow the tattoo fraternity here and also help. We want to be a support system because we have the venue here, we have the resources to help them to create a bigger, they can create a bigger community. That's what we want to help them do that. Done?
नमस्कार, मेरे नाम मंगलाबाई मरावी है और मैं ग्राम लालपुर जिला डिंडौरी मध्य प्रदेश से आई हूँ। और यहाँ आके मेरे को बहुत मैं कह नहीं सकती, बहुत खुशी हो रही है क्योंकि जो ये कार्यक्रम करने वाले हैं ये बहुत ही अच्छा कार्यक्रम है, क्योंकि हमारे पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी से जो गुदना चलती आ रही है वो अब लुप्त होने की कगार पे है। अभी भी 100 में 10% भी नहीं बचा है। बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो अभी भी करा रहे हैं, लेकिन बहुत कम। शहर में तो ज़्यादा हो गया है लेकिन देहात में तो कम हो गया है। गांव देहात में कुछ भी नहीं हो रही है। तो इसको बचाने के लिए ही हम ये कार्यक्रम रख रहे हैं। तो जैसे यहाँ मुझे बुलवाए हैं मैं यहाँ आके बहुत खुश हूँ और लोग सीखना चाहते हैं, जानना चाहते हैं इसके बारे में, क्यों करा रहे हैं, कैसे करा रहे हैं, उनको मैं सब विस्तार से बताऊंगी जितना मेरे को पता है। तो क्या है कि गोदना जो है तो पारंपरिक बैगा जाति के गोदना उनके जाति प्रथा का पहचान होती थी। जब तक बैगा जाति के महिलाओं के जैसे ये माथे में चूल्हा नहीं होती, तो चूल्हा नहीं होने के कारण में उनको बैगा जाति के नहीं मानते थे। तो चूल्हा बनवाना उनके लिए ज़रूरी था और चूल्हा इसलिए बनवाते थे क्योंकि हमारे घर में भोजन बनती रहे और हमारे घर में कभी अनाज या भोजन की कमी ना हो, इसलिए से। और घुटने पे दिया बनवाते थे। दिया मतलब हमारे घर में रोशनी बनी रहे। उस ज़माने में लाइट बिजली कुछ भी नहीं थी। नांगा बैगा और नांगा बैगिन की ज़माने की बात है ये। तो मतलब हमारे घर में दिया जलती रहे ताकि रोशनी मिलती रहे, ऐसे करके। फिर बखर बनवाया और बैल के आँख सही रहेंगे तभी तो वो मतलब चलेगा हल, इसलिए से ऐसे बनवाए। और बहुत सारे ऐसे चीज़ें हैं, बखर है और चकमक पत्थर से आग जलाना। तो चकमक पत्थर ठोक के आग जलाते रहे। तो पहले आग कुछ भी नहीं होती थी, उस ज़माने से चलती आ रही है। जो अपनी पारंपरिक ये गोदना है ये लुप्त हो रही है, इसलिए से अब मैं शहर में लोगों को बताती हूँ, सिखाती हूँ और सीख भी रहे हैं, बहुत ही अच्छे से सीख रहे हैं। मेरे को बहुत खुशी हो रही है, कम से कम हमारी ये धरोहर जिंदा रहेगी, कहीं भी रहेगी, जिंदा रहेगी। तो इसीलिए यहाँ आके मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगा और ये कार्यक्रम तो एकदम बहुत अच्छा लगा मेरे को। अब मैं ज़्यादा तो कुछ नहीं कह सकती, धन्यवाद। और ये झेला है, झेला मतलब जड़ भी सही होना चाहिए। जैसे हम फसल उगाएंगे तो हमारी जड़ भी सही होना चाहिए और इसको भी झेला बोलते हैं। ऊपर का जो फसल है वो भी अच्छा होना चाहिए, अनाज अच्छा पकना चाहिए, ऐसे वो दर्शाती है। और ये मछली का कांटा है और ये चकमक झेला तो पत्थर से आग निकालते थे। और ये बैल का आँख है और ये है धंधा। धंधा मतलब कोई भी बिजनेस अपन कर रहे हैं वो सही होना चाहिए। और ये है कुमनी, कुमनी जो बांस का बना हुआ मछली फंसाने का, तो वो लोग मांस मछली बहुत खाते थे, इसलिए से ये कुमनी बनवाए। और ये है दौरी, दौरी मतलब बांस की ही होती है जिसमें चावल धोने के काम आती है। और ये है मधुमक्खी के छत्ते। और ये सांकर, सांकर जो दरवाजे पे कड़ी लगाती उसको भी बोलते हैं और सांकर लहर भी बोल देते हैं, जैसे लहरें समुंदर की लहरें हैं उसको भी बोलते हैं। और ये है मुरैला, ये भी सेम चीज़ है। तो माछी मूड़ी टिपका, तो ये कुल मिला के मधुमक्खी के छत्ते ऐसे 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 बना है पूरा। और ये है चूल्हा और ये बड़ी ये लकड़ी हो गया। और जो ये बिल्ली है अनाज की ढेर है ताकि हमारे घर में अनाज हमेशा रहे। धन्यवाद।